Because you miss it as if you've missed an arm or a leg or,
and we really
something like that.
It's become a part of you.
Thank
I
you
miss
very
you
much.
so much. I'm happy to have you back. Well, good morning, Nigeria. And Ibrahim, good morning.
Good morning.
We're ready for today.
Well,
well, good morning, Nigeria. It's always a pleasure to have you join us on the show. There's a lot to talk about on the show this morning. We will do the newspaper review where we let you know everything that happens in Nigeria over the weekend. And then we'll do the FCT brief where we take you to Abuja and we have those conversations. And then we do trending now where we give you everything trending all around the world. And don't forget, we have a very intriguing interview later on the show. So it's a powerful show. You need to grab your cup of coffee, like I always say, and let's start your morning on the right note. But we'll start with the story where the federal government has expressed strong concern over the increasingly immoral practices associated with sign-out celebrations among students in secondary schools and tertiary institutions across the country. Now, speaking during a public enlightenment campaign on government policies, the Director General of National Orientation Agency, NOA, Malam Lanre Issa Onilu, who was represented by the agency's Director of Human Resources, Ms. Aisola Olowoyo, emphasized the importance of collective action in addressing the disturbing trend. Malam Issa Onilu noted that what should be a moment of celebration and reflection has, in many cases, devolved into display of indecency and bad behavior that contradicts the nation's moral value. Now, he urged all stakeholders, including parents, schools, authority, community leaders, and the media to work together to uphold national value and ensure that such celebrations reflect discipline, dignity, as well as respect. So, we've had this conversation on the table before, if you remember, where we spoke about the fact that they said, you know, students should not sign out. According to them, there's a lot of immorality with it. But I told them over a period of time, this is how they celebrate.
Yes.
You know, we all did it. I did it when I graduated from university. It's just a sign of celebration. And we look at it and we wonder, why are there no more important issues? They speak about indecency. How does signing on a t-shirt that you've graduated bring about indecency? For me, I don't think it's something that I agree with. These students are excited. It's not easy to go to university and graduate. It's not an easy thing. You are reading, you know, you're putting your mind to it, the emotional stress, the physical stress, and then you finally get to graduate and you cannot celebrate the way you want to celebrate. Etoma, what do you make of this?
Yes, when I graduated too, we did some graffiti on t-shirts and all that, but you see, then there was a little bit of decorum, you know, associated with it. Nowadays, it's not just the graffiti that's the problem, it's what the boys and the girls do in the guise of the celebration. Some of them can be quite immoral, straight up. You know, you really can't use a better word to describe it. Maybe because of the adrenaline, the excitement, and so on, they do things that no right-thinking person should say on breakfast television, you know, and that is where I think the NOA is concerned. You know, the graffiti itself on the t-shirts, I don't see anything wrong with that.
So what they write
is not what they write, but what they do. Some of them, what they do while writing. Some of them after writing. You see that. These are things you don't want to say on breakfast TV.
Well, Ibrahim, for me, I'm wondering that we have more pressing issues when we speak about education in Nigeria. We've spoken about it a lot on this table. ASU is going on strike. Different things are happening. And then we see how this topic is taking center stage on social media and everywhere. I'm sure you did it while you graduated from school, if I'm correct. Did you or did you not?
I can't really remember. I think,
you know, it's something that they do out of joy. And then we're saying that indecency is happening there. But, like, it's not all of them. I feel like it's very sad to not categorize everybody together and say all of them are being indecent. Some of them just write great things. Some of them keep these shirts as an antique. I said it on the show the other day that I have this shirt. In Ghana, there's a box my mother has put the shirt inside, and I will bring it out and I will show my children. So we're now telling them not to do this that they've known to do for a very, very long time.
That's right.
Ibrahim.
What is more important is to show your children your certificate. It's not about the...
with the certificate as well.
T-shirts.
With the first class certificate as well.
But then it will be out of place to say that the federal government is, you know, exerting more energy on this issue, and then where we have other pressing issues. Of course, we know that the federal government has actually done, you know, so much when it comes to institutions, when it comes to tertiary education, in terms of NEL Fund, in terms of revamping and rehabilitation of some of the schools, and some other policies that have been put to place to ensure that, yes, we have better, they revitalize our education sector. So one thing about NOA is that they are concerned about the values of this country. You know, they are saddled with that responsibility. And if they realize that some things are contributing negatively to the impact, to the morality of the Nigerian populace, I think it's not out of place to say, no, we don't have to, continue in this track. We don't have to do this. Because we could see the picture. He didn't want to say it, but pictures actually speaks louder than voice. So you saw one of those students, signing on the bosom of the other lady. We see some of the, and questions will now arise.
I'm happy that you said some, not all.
Yeah, yes, of course. Yeah. Not everyone. See, when something is condemned, it doesn't mean that everyone in that gap is complicit. No. But when it has now become a vogue, look at secondary school students are also doing it now. You will be surprised that primary school students and maybe nursery will start doing their own. There are so many forms of celebration. The fact that you've toiled, you've hustled, you've done so much before graduation doesn't mean if you are not allowed to do that day, writing on the graffiti as you called it, it doesn't mean that your celebration is cut halfway. No, you can celebrate in whatever means. People will not ask questions. Okay, people that go behind closed doors to do their own celebration, that is their problem. Yeah. Don't bring it to the public. Let's just do what is right in terms of promoting national values. Remember, we are not in UK, we are not in US. We have high moral standards as Africans.
And yes, and Ibrahim, I agree with you. I know that the government is doing a lot when it comes to education. They are putting it on the forefront. But my only problem is this is what they know. This is what, when you're graduating, this is it. Like, you've not graduated properly if you've not done this.
No, when did this start? When did this start? It didn't take long before it started.
I know, but this thing has been going on. It did not just start last year or 2 years ago.
The fact that it's been done every day, year in, year out, doesn't make it right.
The thing is, if government doesn't call out this kind of behavior now, government is somehow encouraging it to get worse. Because we've seen the level at which it is right now, and nothing is done about it. Next year is going to go 2-3 steps higher than the obscenities we
but Etoma, just to add to what you're saying, that would it be smart or would it be better if they tell them, they caution them on the type of things to write rather than just say, don't write?
You don't get it. The problem is not what they write. The problem is the actions they take while writing and the actions they take after writing.
Right. How it is done. So it's not about
the writing
because
on the
I know sometimes they write some things
problem.
about the school which is not good. I've seen something like, I can't even pronounce the word, but I know sometimes they do that.
That really doesn't matter. For me, is the process of doing that write-up. You need to see it now.
Well, maybe I need to see it.
You need to see it. In my days, you wear the white T-shirt inside, and once you finish writing that last piece of paper, as you step out of the door, you rip your shirt out, and you scream and all that kind of stuff. Well, young people can be very excited. It's as if the adrenaline bag
One thing I remember doing is the old school days where you dress back in the day. I remember anytime in our group, my higher institutions group, whenever they want to taunt me, my colleagues, they will always send that picture, where I wore, one Baba Salah kind of sneakers. What's it called? Knickers. And then, what's it called? What's this thing called?
Face cap?
No, not the face cap. The like these professors, this Prof. Gigolo kind of and the glasses and cane and all that. And then my tie, I use them clip as a tie. My
tie holder.
It's just fun.
I know, but
all of this.
We also know that the government is doing a lot in terms of bringing better education to the country. But with this, I feel like they should go a little softer with it. This is what these children know, and even reading on social media, they are not taking it lightly because they are confused why this is happening. It will take a long time for them to understand that they cannot do this again. But we will take a breather now, and when we return, Ibrahim is ready for the newspaper review. Don't go anywhere. This is TV.